Hello.
Hello, here's Miriam.
Good to see you too. How are you?
Thanks for taking time for us.
Pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure. Where are you? It looks like you're in some kind of rustic farmhouse.
Yeah, we have still home office.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, and this is my tourist corner. I used to have guests here.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, so I have 6 questions for you. Is it?
Okay.
So I heard that you live in Berlin. Should we speak English or German?
Yeah, English.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got to learn German, but being English, we're all very lazy. And when it comes to languages, music, the language is English, film, the language is English, fashion, the language is English. So it's like, yeah, I've got to do it, I've got to do it. Yeah.
So, wie geht es Ihnen?
Ja, ich gehe gut, aber mein Deutsch ist schlecht.
No. Okay, so let's start. On the 2nd, this Saturday, you play for the 2nd time, I think, in a Poolbar.
I think it's the 3rd, actually.
Third. Oh,
I think so.
What do you remember from Feldkirch or from the festival?
I remember, it's funny what you remember from places. I remember there's a drum store near the hotel.
Okay.
Which I thought was really weird because Feldkirch is quite a small town. So to have a drum store is that's pretty niche, I think.
Okay.
I remember that the backstage in previous years wasn't behind the stage. It was in the club with like a curtain around it. And so you're kind of in this place and everybody's in the room and you're like, okay. And then when it's time to go on, you got to kind of walk through the people and go on the stage. And I remember that. I remember I know that it's outside this one, but before, when it was inside, the venue was a really strange shape. It's like really wide, and really thin. So you get on stage and you're like, wow, it's like really, really wide. And, the crowds are, the word we would use in English would be rowdy. Last time we played there, they were very, up for it, chatty and noisy and, yeah, it was pool bars have got a great reputation. We love it,
But so they were talking and disturbing, or they were like
No.
taking part of the show?
I'm okay with all that. It's okay. It just because I'm okay with people talking in a gig. I talk sometimes too, if I'm talking to my friend and whatever. And anyway, as a singer, if people are talking, I try and imagine them saying really nice things about me, and then I'm relaxed about it. So like people will be talking, and I'll think, oh, I bet they're saying, wow, he looks really good for his age, or like, oh, that guitar's really nice, or something like that. I think if you've paid the money, you can do whatever you want. You can talk, you can hang, you can drink, whatever. But it's been like, I haven't done a concert since November 2019.
How is it to play again?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've done online concerts in my studio. It's all set up now for like online gigging. Yeah. But I don't know, because I've been, playing live. It's like fitness. The more you play, the better, the more you do it. So if you're on tour, it's like super easy. Every night you do a gig. It's like no problem. but I haven't done a concert in like 9 months. So this is the longest between concerts that I've gone for like 5 years. 5 years ago, I broke my leg and I couldn't do a concert for a year. So, but I don't know. I mean, I'm actually quite excited for people to give me a round of applause.
Oh, that's
Because I miss that, you know, and I kind of need that. I want that. I want to do my song, and instead of it being like silence, and online you see, you know, some hearts or some comments, I want it to be like, yay! And then I'll be like, okay, I'm back. Let's do the gig, you know?
yeah. In Feldkirch, as you said, it will be outside and people will be sitting in small circles. So like 3 or 4 people in one circle.
Yeah.
So all of them have seats, but they can stand also. Does it make a difference if the people are sitting and listening or dancing for you?
Yeah, it doesn't make a difference necessarily for me, but it's when people are sat down, it's more mellow. It's just more mellow. It's when you play a seated concert, people are like listening, you know. And when you play a standing up concert, you know, the people at the front are kind of like, yeah, this is cool. And then as they go back, less movement. And then at the back, you've got like boyfriends or whatever at the back. But if people want to stand up because it's so low acoustic, it means it's going to be quite a mellow vibe, I think. And so hopefully the weather will be nice, the evening will be nice, and we can just all hang out, you know, have a couple of hours of some nice music. And, you know, I know that it's quite hot. It's quite warm right now, and I hope it stays that way. And after the concert, it can get cold.
Yeah, as you mentioned, you will play solo this time. Will it be a difference in the program or the kind of music you play? Or?
Yeah, it does. Everything does sound different because when you have a band, you have a collection of musicians and you can like explore different moments as a group, and it's really kind of cool. When you're solo, it's much more about the song, and like, you know, I can play the guitar okay, so I'll try and play really good guitar as well, but it's like it's all about the song. It's not about, oh wow, what a cool beat, or like, oh, that bass line's really cool, or like, oh man, that groove is really tight. It's more like, here's a song, here's another song, here's another song. So it's up to me to make like the 90 minutes or however long it is, I don't know, an hour, 90 minutes, whatever, like interesting. To me too. So I'll try and do like my songs in a different way and vary the pace and vary the style and change the kind of grooves of some of the songs. But I haven't done a solo show in Europe for like many, many years. I've done many solo shows in America, but in Europe, people that might have seen me before, it's a different kind of a show. It's kind of more mellow and more voice-based, and I'm rehearsing now, so hopefully.
Does it have something to do that you couldn't travel now and your band is stuck in the UK maybe? Or?
No, it's just no concerts. Only the Austrians are crazy enough to do this, you know? And then after Austria, I go to Liechtenstein to do a little show.
Really?
Yeah, because only the Liechtensteinians are also crazy enough to do this. But we can't plan anything. So we can't say, hey, Paris, we're going to do a show in November, because who knows? And so it's like a financial issue, but it's not a question of it's a question of like the venues are finding it hard to survive. The promoters are finding it impossible to book international bands because flights change, plans change, everything's moving. So it's impossible to plan a tour right now. And good, large gatherings of young people indoors is probably not the best thing to do right now. In Europe, other places it's a different thing maybe, but I think Austria is one of the safest places, and I think the way Poolbar have done this is really cool. It's like, this is a socially distanced music festival, but it's not going to be lame. It's going to be nice. And there's another festival I'm going to play in Holland where they're going to do, I have to do like 3 sets, because the venue comes in, 300 people, I do a set, they leave, new people come in, I do a, just so that it happens. And my agent Alex in Austria has shown me pictures of Poolbar, and it looks really mellow. It looks really, really nice. So we'll be safe and safe-ish, and yeah. Germany's in a good place too. Berlin is in a safe place as well.
And so now I remember you will play a show in the studio live session.
That's right, yeah, in Liechtenstein, yeah.
Monday.
Yeah, I don't know, I think it's like the day after or the next day. But
is it the first time you do like a studio live session, or you did that before?
I've done like, I guess I've done like TV shows where you're in a studio, and it's kind of weird, but the sound is good. But it's my first time in Liechtenstein.
That's nice.
So, and I'm like interested, because I'm like, okay, Liechtenstein, what's that like? So I know what Austria is like, and I know what Switzerland is like. But Liechtenstein is like in the middle of these two. It's like, what's it going to be? I don't know. So I just imagine a lot of like, well, Austria is so beautiful and Switzerland is so beautiful that I imagine Liechtenstein is just really beautiful. You know what I mean? Like when you go and play at somewhere like Konrad Sohn in Austria, it's just like you're playing in like a fantasy world of mountains and streams and, walking in the country and all this great stuff. And I don't know, man, I've always had such a great relationship with Austria. Like even when I was a DJ back in the 90s, Austria was always really cool. I played like Sub Club in Vienna a load of times, and like, yeah, like Austria's cool. I really get it,
But you're originally from the UK, no?
Yeah, I'm originally from Cornwall, which is a really beautiful, very wild part of the UK.
Did you travel now in the last months there, or you had?
Yeah, I went to see my parents a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was kind of weird to travel on a plane and to go to the UK on a plane. It was challenging, and for someone like me that has spent like most of the past sort of 20 years traveling all the time, it's been really different to stay still. I've had a great experience. Have been forced to stop has been actually good for me, but I don't have like I don't have any plans to travel a lot, because any plans you might have to travel might be cancelled, and then but I mean, I'm driving to Poolbar,
So
it's going to be kind of fun. Drive down from Berlin and do the gig, no flying. But it's a shame. I really miss traveling. And I have a lot of friends in California, a lot of friends in like, Asia. And I just don't know when I'm going to see them, Could be years, So it's a strange vibe. Me and all my musician friends who are touring musicians, we're just kind of, waiting, I guess. Maybe until 2022. Maybe not. let's see, but some festivals are going to be creative, like Poolbar. They're going to find a way, you know, and some venues are going to be creative too. They're going to find a way for it to be safe.
Yeah.
But the traveling part is really difficult.
So then we are already at the last question.
Okay.
You released a new album lately.
I did, yeah, on Friday.
And just now, and which songs will you play on Saturday? Like
None of them, because it's well, the new album that came out on Friday is a horizontal sort of classical reinterpretation of the album that came out last year, Bloom Innocent. So it's all instrumental with no vocals. So I won't play any of them at Poolbar because I have nothing to do. But I think I'm going to play a version of a track called We Watch the Stars from my last album. And I think I'm going to play, if I've got time, a version of a track called My Love's Already There, which I'm working out now, from my last album too. But really the set's going to be like kind of songs from my catalogue that I still really like. Because I don't like all, you know, you change over years, you know, and songs are very personal. Mm-hmm. And some songs were written by a guy that I don't recognize anymore. You know what I mean? It's very much like clothes sometimes, you know, it's like you'll open your wardrobe and be like, oh my God, I used to wear that. You know what I mean? And it's the same with songs. I'll play a song and I'll be like, oh my God, I used to like this song. But now it's like, this set is like some of my big songs that people want to hear, obviously, and then like songs from my catalogue, which I still really love, so I can play them and feel them and enjoy it with the audience as well. So yeah, all kinds of stuff, some really old stuff maybe, lots of stuff from like the Hard Believer album and a couple of tracks from the Perfect Darkness album, and yeah, I'll see what the vibe's like. Yeah, hopefully people will be into kind of experimental sort of stuff, in which case I'll do it. If everybody just wants me to play Looking Too Closely and just do it, then I'll do that too. But yeah, experimental reinterpretations of my catalogue done in an acoustic style, I think, is what I'm going to play.
Yeah, so thanks a lot. Oh, no.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Are you going to be there?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I hope it's raining.
Is it going to rain?
I hope not.
Let's have a look now, shall we? Let me see what the all-seeing eye says about. I wonder if Feldkirch is in the Apple weather app. Let's have a look. It is. Okay. So when am I playing? Saturday?
Yes.
There's a big lightning thing on a cloud in here. Oh no, I don't know about that. Okay, well, you know, it doesn't look like it's going to be very hot, and hopefully it won't rain.
Yeah, hopefully. Otherwise it will be a nice experience.
Yeah, otherwise it'll be like the one festival of my year and then it rains and I'll just be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? So, all right, well, fingers crossed we can, you know, I'll do a Sundance or something, and yeah, I hope it doesn't rain. But even if it rains, I'm sure we'll have a nice time.
Yeah.
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 Maybe. Yeah.
Thanks a lot and a good journey for Feldkirch.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe see you on Saturday.
I hope so. See you on Saturday for sure.
Have a nice day.
You too. Have a good one. Thanks a lot. Bye.